Hi, welcome back. It's Lionel, Tech Lead and Partner at West4. And first and foremost, happy 2026. Now, I know I haven't been uploading any videos for the past few months. I'll have to get into that. But the first thing I want to do is basically wish all of you happy 2026. To me, my first video that I ever did on this channel was at the end of the year in my office when everyone had gone home. And to me, that's like a sort of a special time to do some reflecting and give you guys that advice for 2026 and also to wish everybody. It kind of feels that that's kind of like a tradition now, and I think I should actually do one of those things for all of you guys out there in social media land or whatever we call this these days, internet world. Okay, so that's the first thing. Happy 2026. Now, the question that you guys have been asking, and maybe some people want to know, is where has the tech lead gone? Okay, and one of the things I want to go, point one on this one, is basically I'm doing something really big over the last 12 months, actually more than that, slightly there. And I have been trying to think, I was thinking of uploading, but a few things have occurred as I've gone through this process. And I'll share that with you. When you're trying to do something big, right, you need to do it in silence. And one of the problems is that as you're doing that, first of all, it really restricts me from really trying things out because I'm afraid that I have to fail and then I'll have to also share that with you guys, right? I don't want to do that. It feels doubly the weight. So that's the first thing I noticed. I have this additional pressure that somehow a lot of people, maybe the 6,000 of whatever number of subscribers, are looking to me to succeed. And that's one of the things. But another thing that's occurred, right, that makes it very hard to do big things, and you'll know once I've succeeded on these big things, is that by sharing this stuff, right, you actually take out the part in your mind about achieving it. Like, to me, what I was feeling is like, oh, this is good enough already. I have something to share with the audience. They'll learn something. And that's not the point. We want to get the objective done. And I realize this is where the problem is when you are a social media or an influencer, and why a lot of these guys, right, they have reached the end of their career. Like, if you are out here, let's say you're in Norway and you're talking about boxing, right, what happened last week, you're not out there scrambling. You've reached a certain point in your career where you're not focusing on that area. And it's very, very difficult because in your mind, because you're sharing it, you kind of think, oh, I've done it already. So one of those things that I was struggling with is that, I do something and I share it with you guys, right? And then I feel, oh, that's it. It's I don't need to do this. Why should I? And that kind of is like a championship boxer, right? Champion boxer, where you've already got enough money, and why do you still want to be in the ring getting your head beat in? And that's the same thing with this kind of stuff. So what I want to do, right, is that we're doing it silently. I'm focusing every day on this thing. It's some very big stuff, trying to get that going, trying to hit it, try to get that achievement. But I just can't share it with you guys. It's very difficult, especially at this level. This is the problem, right? Where I realize if you see some of these guys that they're successful and they're sharing on it, it's the end of their game already. They're not actually playing anymore. You need to be focused on that as the key thing, delivering, scrambling, and working the thing, and not really sharing that much. So that is why I haven't been really posting, and I haven't been doing it. I love the channel. I still love you guys doing PHP. I still want this to go, but I got to make some success. I don't want to be one of those guys in the influencing world where they just talk about it. And there's nothing wrong with educating people. It's just that I still think we have one more dance to go, one last dance to go on this one. All right, and the next thing, right, just want to comment on this. Big changes happening in PHP because of AI. Now, AI is that big word that's all over the place. And first and foremost, I want to tell you guys is that AI is real, okay? This is not some fad that I think we are using it. I'm using Grok. We have V22 Visionary coming out. This stuff is actually helping every single day. But what it is not is a silver bullet. Again, This is where like I take back to when the internet first came out, when Google came out. The knowledge of the whole world was available on your computer at 56K dial-up, and the problem was the speed of the dial-up, right? That you couldn't get all of it, and that was fixed. And yet, fast forward to today, people still do not use all that knowledge that's out there. Now it's going, not only do you not have to go and trawl through it, something is going to do that for you. It's going to give you the answers, and these things are not. It's not like you can't get the answer in a few days or a few hours. There's always a possibility for that. What I do think will happen, right, is that you're gonna see a bifurcation between the low skill and the high skill. That's just gonna keep continuing, because anything that's too easy will be done with AI. And a lot of this stuff, especially things that we take for granted that are so-called expert opinion kind of things, right, are not really expert opinion. They're just what you normally rudimentarily see. So what does that happen to be for PHP? Well, there's a few things going for PHP. The first thing, it has not ever been construed as something very complicated, and that's why PHP is one of the widest languages. So we had that assault coming in from JavaScript. We had the front-end languages, the Meta, the Node.js, the whole wave of Angular and all that kind of, and they have all fallen by the wayside because they were just too complicated, didn't really take off. I don't think that's going to change from this architecture. Remember the whole thing of what Facebook was trying to do and React, and they went Meta, and now it doesn't matter anymore. So what will happen is there's still going to be some changes there, but look, PHP, WordPress isn't the world's best CMS, but it's still the widest number one CMS by a long shot. There's a huge ecosystem now behind it, huge of garage coders. This is gonna continue. So they're still gonna continue to be very, very in the forefront. What I would advise you guys to do is not be a shiny thing chaser. So there's gonna be some AI, integrate some of that stuff in there. You cannot sit and bet everything on the farm on these areas. Look out for the fundamental values that what PHP can deliver. You can efficientize stuff, automate stuff, get things done. There's still going to be leeway in that area. There's probably going to be less work for the basic entry stuff, the stuff that you hate, changing variables and all that stuff, refactoring, getting rid of commas and stuff like that. But I think until I give you the update in 2030, this still stays in continue doing good code in PHP. Okay? Alright, and then the final thing that I wanted to share with you guys on this message, right, is that the year end, I always think, is a time for reflection, time to just take it easy. If it's been a bad year or a good year, to sort of like look out and see what's been going on. And the trends to me in social media and in things have just continued. So what am I talking about? Media and social media create this distorted world that you guys are living in. And if your view of the world goes through the lens of your smartphone, it looks very distorted. What am I talking about? In politics, it's very polarized. The real world isn't, if you're sitting next to somebody, unless they're 5 shots of Jägermeister down, they're not going to be so bombastic. In terms of opinions and things like that, they always report sensational news. The reason is you don't want to hear boring stuff when you listen to the news. Like these days, all the news companies are dead. I used to be in that area actually selecting the stuff that you guys read, because it has to be sensationalized. It has to be trashy. It has to be sensationalized. So this creates this world that, things are happening, things are going wrong, but these people, the media, the way that's done is they selectively pick the stuff that influences you. Another example of this is influencer marketing, right? So you see these people with these wonderful lifestyles where they're flying over that stuff, where they are, having great holidays and they're looking beautiful and all that kind of stuff. You don't see the stuff behind it, that people are getting sick, getting cancer, having fights with their family members, being exchanged, bills piling up. You don't see the very, very boring stuff that is actually 95% of everybody's day. And this creates this distorted future. If you were a kid and you were today watching non-stop Disney princesses movies, right? What Disney puts out non-stop, non-stop. What kind of, do you think that that's the world that you live in? If it's 1960, evil witches and dwarfs and kissing and hero always makes the day, I don't think so. And this is now transmitted across everything that you guys are experiencing. So some of you guys feel when it comes to the year end, you see all these people celebrating and having a great time and all the influencers and beautiful people, and you feel a little bit down. You feel a little bit like this is what's going on. And first thing I want you guys to do is try to understand this is a fictional state. It is fictional. Even the most successful person, they see them on YouTube, I'm a billionaire. It's boring as heck. They still gotta wait at airports, they still gotta go through security. It does not happen every single day, and everyone puts on their pants one leg at a time. So that is always there. But how you keep yourself grounded with all these people? They have huge amounts of coverage, right? You see Taylor Swift, you see all these influencers, you see the movie stars and stuff. How do you stay grounded when all this stuff is happening on the internet, the money that's been made and all that kind of stuff? So I want to give you guys the lesson in 2026, right, that will help you get through the year, especially if you're feeling a little bit down, feeling like, I don't know what happened to the year, it's kind of gone sideways, or you're feeling a little bit under. The word I want you guys to take down is sic Parvis Magna. Okay? One of my core values, sic Parvis Magna. It's in Latin, and it comes from the video game Uncharted. I love that thing, Uncharted. So what sic Parvis Magna means is basically greatness from small beginnings. So sic is small, magna is greatness. In Latin it is I like it so much more in Magna in Latin because it has so much resonance. It sounds so good. But essentially what it means is that small things lead to the greatness. I'm going to say again, small things. So do the small stuff. The stuff that no one talks about, even features. And if you guys go on the internet, onto YouTube, you'll see another place with this anime called Free Run, right? Where the hero Himmel does really small stuff like help people out and just to be remembered or just to do small things. Now, this is what I want you guys to try to focus on. Okay? Forget about the big stuff. Forget about all, the whatever that people are selling, the billions, the Instagram lifestyle, and say, look, I want to get down and do the small stuff. And that's what you want to start 2026 with, Forget about the loud parties, forget about all this stuff. It's very fictional, a lot of it fictional. I am, till today, and I'm not the highest guy, but I don't see anybody living that Instagram-y lifestyle, But what you can do, right, is get the small stuff done every single day. Just small stuff that you can be happy with. And it could start with things like just straightening out your bed. I like that one. I like it looks a bit rough when I get out, just straighten it up a little bit. Or just going for a walk first thing in the morning. I like that idea. You want to get 10,000 steps, I'll collect the first 2,000 in the first few minutes just to get a coffee. These kind of very, very simple stuff that builds upon and compound interest, right? So this is one great way, right, that you can completely ignore this social media lifestyle and just focus on the small stuff every single day, you know, that you want to do. And one of the other things that I have is that I got this book here, right? And I kind of write down a list of stuff in with a pen, not with app, not with something, because I don't want anything to get in my distraction of actually writing out what I want to achieve for the day. So what you guys can do is something similar like that. Just put it down, and there is a what I call a quiet satisfaction or quiet confidence in just doing what you wrote down to do. And you can sit back and say, hey, I won the day, I did this. So instead of feeling, you know, the whole year disappeared so quickly, why not put that down there? Start 2026. Don't worry so much about the year flipping. These things are continuous, right? They're just little momentary time, but it's good to sit back a little bit. I mean, it's the first time that the office isn't crazy busy and I'm not jumping around, but you want to go and write down this stuff and just hit these small things and feel the quiet satisfaction of achieving these things, and forget about all the other things that are happening around. The media, the world is going to try to pull you in one direction. You want to stay focused on the small stuff to the great stuff. With that line, I give you my famous line that we always use down here. That's the bottom line, because Tech Lead said so.